Cost $275 at the breach fee $50 justice assessment. Now I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go higher. 400 fines. 200 costs. 75.
Welcome to Bench Scope USA.
Road in Brownsville.
Yes, sir.
That was a McDonald's, correct?
Yes.
What were you in a motor vehicle?
Yes.
What happened?
There was some sport honking, like, I noticed he had gone out.
Who's he? Okay.
Noticed he had gone out, so I got on my car to go. She really slipped and fell into the ground. The big hit him while he was on the ground. I got back in the car and I left after I made sure.
Who was honking the horn?
I believe he was, and we were in the line of the drive-thru. It was packed and just second time behind.
Right behind you, too bad.
Right.
All right. And so he started honking his horn.
I believe so, yes.
I think he did that because he wanted you to move up.
Yes.
Who got out of their car first?
He did, yeah.
Then what happened?
I got out because I saw him coming out. I'm a military guy, so my self-defense kicked in to stand up and get out of my car and make sure I wasn't, yeah, I didn't know if he had anything, so I didn't want to be able to come up to him, actually my window and do something to me, so to make sure I was.
And you're saying he fell to the ground?
Yes, on reverse license, when he approached me, he slipped and fell.
And then what?
And then while he was gone, I followed him with my hand. While he was on the ground, I just picked him one time.
Where? Are you on probation or parole?
No,
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
no.
What branch of the government? What branch of the military?
Close combat, no, you can get here.
I'll accept plea. Is that what happened?
Yes.
What happened?
What happened was, I pulled up into McDonald's, I had two service lanes. There's a car, and vehicle on the first lane, the outside lane was empty. So I pulled up to the outside lane. I had the person that was in the first vehicle, receiver, he took my order next. And when he took my order, I pulled forward, so he pulled ahead of me, to, they would know, that verbally, what people at they would know why he had to wait, so he shouldn't react, not me. So, yeah, and we pulled up, he had to pull up the pickup window. Yeah, that's our order to go back, because my order was already for this, for this order. Things, then I pulled forward. I pulled up, I noticed that he had his car in reverse. So I beat my horn, and I held out the window, don't back up, you're in reverse. What he did was, I jumping, benching, whatever, well, right, what? Put that in my vehicle. I got out of the car.
Did you strike his vehicle?
Not my knowledge, I had no damage to my vehicle. I jerked the vehicle in.
Okay, then what happened?
So I got out, they got on my church, I got on the field, anyone knows stuff. And I said, what's your problem? You took me off here once, now you're gonna stuff these people at the driving window, now you backing up, why you in such a thing? He's like, oh, show me where that thing in the car, tough guy, they tell me on the business, you kill me. And I, hit the ground and hit the bumper of my car. I had one rotator cuff, couldn't pick myself up, I was laying on the ground, and I was kicked in the face. I had a broken eye socket, the imperative for my rotator cuff. I do surgery, I had to have surgery on my eye, it's like just water like crazy.
Well, you got a problem, man.
He took off. I had pictures on my face, prosecute my hands. My face was swollen for probably a good month and a half. I was huge. That's good.
Was she there?
She wasn't there, but she can just the Hollywood. You want to prosecute anything?
I don't know what I want.
I was told that,
If all that happened as a result of this, so you have an orbital fracture?
it's like my T-bone, what it is, it was so swollen, I think, couldn't.
And a torn rotator cuff?
partial form. They're really certainly, but they're doing therapy of that.
Sounds like they should have charged you with aggravated assault.
They told me, night, I identified by this vehicle and he's, maybe the police drive. He was having an altercation with somebody on his phone at the window, something about calling running. He hit that over his speakerphone. And when the police came, I said, well, sorry, came to the hospital, check on me. He said they found his vehicle and they didn't find him. And they found him on his passenger seat, of course, another ticket from private, probably if I was. They said they had, so I figured you about me, that's something going on here. Me, I mean, I'm 67 years old. I don't look like, I don't think I was like, that's right. He's behind that. Oh, yeah, I don't know. He's too fast around. He played 6 years ago in football. He played Michigan, Huskies, hockey.
Is that true?
Yes, there's no intention to do this thing. Obviously, I wanted to, I thought it was strictly, it was somebody getting out of their car and shouting at me. Especially after seeing that there is a size difference and an age difference. It was to my assumption that
Call in the
something
prosecutor.
could have been wrong. I was a kid when I was out of town. That was an important, wasn't it?
I mean, he doesn't really look like a threat, right?
Which you're out again.
He's my age. I think he's not really a threat.
I wasn't sure if he would have a weapon or something. I didn't see a weapon, but you know, somebody's.
You didn't see a weapon when you decided to kick him on the ground, right? With the face.
So yeah, I'd like to use military training, talk to them, make sure they can't get up and do it.
We weren't fighting in a war here. Okay, let's just put. I don't want to hear about it. Right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Too big of a man to be kicking a guy in the neck. They should have charged aggravated assault. That's what they should have done. The prosecutor offered the plea to assault and battery under section 771.1. I asked for the video, and apparently it no longer exists. McDonald's might have captured the assault, none exists. That's where they are. I'm not. Let me just put it to you this way. You gotta make this one good. Not that you always don't. Always do. I don't go for this. So, is everything in this report last? Any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
There's no additional deletions or corrections.
What would you like to tell me? And by the way, did you get a chance to read this victim's rights statement?
No.
Well, can I read it to you? And if you need to talk to your client about it further, I will. I was shocked and terrified when the crime occurred. I was slammed into the ground and kicked in the face. As a result, I was taken to the emergency room by ambulance, and the doctors told me my rotator cuff was torn on my right shoulder, which is my dominant arm. My right shoulder was dislocated and my nose was broken, as well as swelling and bruising around my arm. Couldn't see out of my eye for a long time, and my arm was in a sling. I possibly need surgery on my left eye after seeing an eye doctor. I also may require surgery on my shoulder.
I think my charger's in your car.
Can you? I also may require surgery on my shoulder, and I go to physical therapy 2 days a week as a result. My glasses were broken, so I had to pay for a replacement. It says pour, P-O-U-R. Oh, pair. I'm sorry. I'm in pain, and I can't enjoy things like I was able to before. I'll face lifelong pain and suffering from this assault. I'm scared of the man that did this coming after me again. I hope the man that assaulted me is punished with the full extent of the law. I needed assistance going to appointments as well as doing chores. I lived alone. I was independent before this, and I've had to ask for help from family. I had to ask for help writing this because it hurt too much. I've also suffered financially. bills and paying for a replacement pair of glasses. Medicaid only covered a portion of my medical bills, and I did not have enough money to pay. I've suffered physically, mentally, and financially from this assault. It's affected my family as well. We're more on edge from this. I hope justice is well served in this case. So I want to make sure I understand. We're going to come to you in a second, Mr. Hogan, and I want to hear see any documentation that you may have regarding your injuries and any necessity of surgery. So go ahead, Mr. Teo. Have you had a chance to review the report? I know you already said there were no positions, corrections, or deletions.
We did a review report now. There are no additional deletions.
Anything you would like to say on his?
Yes, right. So this is actually he is employed and all that, as you can see in the report, he has a child, right? I know that last time we were here, there was some things put on the record, about the army and different things like that. Mr. Esselman was not saying that in defense or self-defense or anything like that.
What we're saying is the instincts that he gained from the military caused him to do this. By the he fled the scene too, right? Did the military teach him to flee the scene? But anyway, go ahead.
So he made those statements for different reasons. He is very apologetic for the situation. He's very apologetic to what Mr. Hogan has had to go through. He, understands that he may be on the hook to pay some medical bills or things like that, whatever Mr. Hogan was able to produce. But again, Judge, he is very apologetic. He's very apologetic when he spoke. He wished he could tell you about. I don't know that. I know you may be considering jail time. I would ask you to forego any jail time because Mr. Elson is very apologetic in the situation. He also needs to keep his job. If Mr. Hogan does need restitution, if the court is satisfied with whatever Mr. Hogan presents in terms of medical bills, his glasses that need to be repaired, things like that, Mr. Elson will have to pay for that. But if he loses his job, obviously Mr. Hogan will have to wait longer. So I would ask if the court would consider following the recommendation and maybe order more days on the court work program and do any jail judge.
Anything you would like to say, Mr. Eshelman?
Just apologize for that. It was a complete mess of judgment on mine, and it will never happen again. I accept full responsibility for what I did.
How old are you, Mr. Hogan?
67,
How old are you, Mr. Eshelman?
37.
What would you think of him if you kicked a 97-year-old in the face? I am troubled by this. Really troubled by this. I don't like assaulters. And honestly, as far as I can tell, you were acting nothing more than like a bully. I don't like bullies. I didn't like bullies when I was 12, and I don't like them at 67. You have any medical reports?
I just have imaging order to go and get another ultrasound on my arm. And just stay properly.
What kind of injuries have the doctors told you that you have? You're in a courtroom, and I want you to be completely honest with me.
I had a dislocated shoulder that night after back in. I have a torn rotating cuff with ligaments and a chip bone in the shoulder. I had nasal bone fractures and an eye socket fracture.
Orbital bone?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have to go back July 24th because this high Toulouse, walkers like all the time. I have to go back and see. I need. Right now I'm in physical therapy because Dr. Kowski out of Warren Oak for orthopedic surgeons. He wanted to see that fall out of you
Phone has to leave, so,
So,
ma'am,
it's gonna go.
it's gotta go, please, take it out.
I'll do it.
Ma'am, take the phone out of the building.
He wants to see it first, doing the MRI and, signal fusion therapy and the ultrasound, if he can tell if there's an additional jury with, possibilities of, I believe right now he is trying to, do surgery. And, I'm rather get 67 and that's what you're for anything in March for, just my daily.
I wanna make sure I understand how this happened. You were in the drive-thru, right?
Yes, I was in, the outside lane, there's two lanes, I pulled up the first lane was occupied by 2 vehicles. And I pulled to the outside. And the first vehicle left, and I took my part, I pulled to the head window, the she pulled forward in front of me, and the bay window was complaining to them and he was next. And,
Any back into your car?
then we went to the bay window, so our owners offset, so they had to pull ahead. And I was when we got to the bay window, they had pulled ahead, and his first lights were on. So I hit the horn, blew my lights out, and I went out the window, going back up, and it was worse. Because some people, when they pull forward, and they go back up,
Right.
you know. And slowly, it was not fast, and it just slowly, I was just, well, brain. One pay attention, I on it. But it went back into my car. And so I got out, just gonna be. And I said, "It's back into my car." I thought, in my truck. He said, "He got it." Get out, and he says, "Oh, well, show me where I backed into the car, John." I went to turn the pistol in front of my vehicle, and it had snow on it and stuff, because it was, and I think I knew I was pushing.
I'm sorry, say that again, next thing you know what?
Push. If I hit the front of my bumper and the ground, I ended up on the ground, and I couldn't get up because my arm was pressure to myself off. That's what I was killed on.
Kicked where?
In the face.
How many times?
Once. So one. He came out from McDonald's, seeing me laying on the ground. They thought me got run over in the drive-thru. And they asked if I needed a policeman or somebody. I said, yes. And I don't know if he ever got his order. He took the key out of the police came and must have be a membership room.
What kind of out-of-pocket do you have, restitution?
I kind of this. Chuck, yeah.
Have you received all the bills regarding all the treatment that you've had?
So far, yes. Soon as I have, prescriptions, co-pays, most of my insurance.
I'm gonna set a restitution hearing a couple months out, and I'm gonna have you get everything together. And you are going to send it to the court and to the defense lawyer. Actually, we're calling this, we're calling this fully covered. Yeah, I know, but you're still going, right? And I want to make sure that everything's covered. And what isn't covered, I'm going to order him to check.
As far as the therapy, I just had my schedule. My life,
How many times are you going to, how many times are you going to therapy?
Which was,
Okay.
Before starting the conference, but
There's going to be an issue of restitution. I'm having them get bills together. We're going to set a restitution hearing in about 2 months. Okay? And I'm going to have you send everything to you. And I'm going to ask you to forward it to the court and to Ms. Matteo.
yeah.
Okay? So give me a restitution hearing date when I'm done here, Heather. Anything else anybody wants to say, I'll be glad to listen. Anything else, Mr. Holt?
yes, I just, basically what I said in the first report. And I just, kind of rewrote something, voluntarily, things I did do and stuff. And relying on my children for help and stuff, which I live well, I'm very independent, I want to ask you for help and stuff. I understand the sheriff's woman was, writing something on fully best acts. Just every day, trying to hope that. But I do ask for your judgment on his punishment. Now I'd like to tell the sheriff's woman that thank you for going for this actions. So I'm 67 years old, and I was at the age.
Oh, you, never been convicted of anything. They're going to take this under section 771. I'll do that. I want you to understand, Mr. Ash. I have nothing but the highest respect for people that served in it, that served and have served in our military. You almost insulted the military when you made the statement to me at the last thing. My military training kicked in. Now, if you were in Iran in this happened, that'd be one thing. You were in a McDonald's parking lot, and you're worried about who's going first through the drive-thru. You've got to be kidding me. And you get out and assault a man who's 30 years older than you, that clearly is not as strong as you. You should be ashamed of yourself. I just don't understand this. I don't understand the anger that goes on out here anymore. The animosity among people. I just don't understand it. Like if we all were going to live till we're 1,872 years old, maybe we could afford to act like a jerk now. A short life we live, and I just don't like the tough guys. I just don't. You beat up a man 30 years your senior. You kicked him in the head. I saw the pictures. I've read the statements. I've read the reports. You left the scene after this. You knew you did wrong, and somehow, some way, you justified and tried to rationalize it last time on the basis of military training to kick out. I don't relish sending first offenders to jail. I really don't. 12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. Not violate any law or ordinance of any unit of government. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You do have to report as directed. No contact with the victim, Dennis Hogan. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, communicate with him, or have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You're to serve an anger management program with 12-week follow-up. You're going to set a restitution hearing. We're going to give you a date on that. We're also going to give you a prosecutorial review date. You're to pay restitution as ordered following the hearing. We're going to give a date on the restitution in about 2 months. Do you understand the sentence of the court so far?
I do, Your Honor.
You didn't serve any time in jail at all, correct?
I do not, Your Honor.
This could be a lot worse. I'm gonna order 25 days jail. I'm gonna let you serve 7 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $245. Serve 18 days jail forthwith. You're to pay fines of $200, cost $275, fee $50 justice assessment. Now I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go higher. 400 fines. 200 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. That's 7.25. Screening fee is 60 for 785. Probation fees are 240 for a total of 1,025, plus attorney fees of 40 for 1,065, plus court work program fees. Your total here amounts to 1,310. If you that includes the 7 days on the court work program, you're going to pay restitution as ordered following a hearing. The restitution date will be when, Heather?
We could do August 20th.
Will Ms. Patillo be here that day?
Oh, actually, she will not. We won't have her again until August 26th.
Then let's set it after August 26th.
All right, so we could do August 26th. Then you want to do 8:30?
Yes, August 26th at 8:30. You're going to forward all the medical bills to Ms. Foley Carter, sir, Mr. Hogan, by August the 7th. I would like you to appear here as well. And give me a prosecutorial review date where this case would be dismissed on motion of the prosecutor if you're compliant. That has to be before June 17th to 27th. Heather, what day am I going to have for that?
That will be 27 calendar. That could be June 9th.
June 9th to 27th at 8:30 will be your review hearing date. We'll get the paper notices on both of those. I want you to understand something. It could have been a lot worse. This is a first offense, and you've never been in trouble, but that's it. I'm sorry. You're in custody for the next 18 days. Good luck. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. This is an appeal. You should have thought about that before you took this man. Have a seat.
Yeah, ask me.
No. If you want to speak, I'll let you speak. I'll probably change my mind and make it worse. Do we understand one another? If you want to speak, I'll let you speak, but I'll probably change my mind and make the sentence worse. Do we understand one another?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have a seat. I'm taking 5 minutes.
Your Honor.
Who's on? Who? What? Sport, I'll be right with you. Give me a second. I'll be right with you.